Long way from home, my friends. You're gonna find a way. You're gonna find a way. Long way from home, my friends. You're gonna find a way. You're gonna find a
Ladies and gents, goes boys, Danny Stewart here from BassJapanDirect.com with a video to introduce you mainly to a new product that's on the market here in Japan from this string maker called B String. Yeah, great product. They feel really good and nice high quality handmade, hand wound nickel and steel sets, and they're in a kind of medium gauge, just a little bit fatter than medium, but 45 through 106, 45, 86, 66, 45, 66, 86 and 106. So just like a hair fatter than your standard set, which would be 45 through 105, but basically essentially the same. And what I like about them is that they do, on the E string they have a taper, and they also have string wind at the bottom here, and I think this is a nice feature because it stops strings from getting raggedy or weakened at this point. Especially when you're stringing them, you don't want to get the wind scuffed and weakened, where it might cause more erosion. It also protects it from sweat a little bit from the hand. If you're playing down here, that can damage the strings a little bit. And you don't want the tension points being weak. So that's good, nice strong tension point. Another thing that I like about them is the wind. It's very easy, I didn't have to cut anything. It was very easy to wind, and as you can see on the E string, it's nice, winds down to the bottom, and that's about the full capacity of the shaft. Same with the A string. The D string's a little bit less, it's not taking up the whole shaft there. Same with the G, but they all wind very easily, very well, and the intonation is great. Yeah, and this is a steel set. So you see the wind on here is black. On the nickel set, which I've taken off now and just put aside, I'll show you here, because they only gave me the 2 sets for now. But the nickel set has white wind on it. Again, serves the purpose of just protecting that what is typically a vulnerable spot on a string. Protects it from, again, getting worn down as it's pulled through the bridge, or getting moisture damage onto the metal, because the string will of course absorb any moisture at that point. So yeah, it just helps to strengthen it a little bit and make it a bit of a better string. So you know, compared to some other string makers, I think they are, you know, that are a similar price. Like I stock Atelier Z strings as well, and those are good. They have good accuracy and they're even as well in response, much like these are. But they're a little bit more expensive, and they don't actually have wind on them. And I'm not sure, but I don't think they're handmade either. These are hand wound, and the price is just a little bit less. I think the Atelier Z strings are now going for sort of for a 4-string nickel set, something like 4,500 yen. These are something close to that. I will be listing these, so actually I might well have listed them already by the time this video is released, so you can check in the carousel below to see what the prices are. But let me just tell you a little bit more about this company, because it says on the back, as a specialized bass string store, we have produced bass strings that embody the concept of made in Japan, high quality, longevity, striving to deliver a sound that satisfies a wide range of bassists. So very good English. The guy who owns this company and developed these strings has spent, I believe it was, he spent time in the USA. Yeah, he's got great English. So that's fantastic. It really helps me as well, because my Japanese is not the greatest. It goes on to say, we achieved an astonishingly clear and dynamic sound by using meticulously selected high quality steel. That would be for this string. It says the same thing on both packages, so maybe they're talking about the core here, I'm not sure. Nickel plated steel, that's right, yeah. So it's high quality steel core, which is also used in industrial wire, subjected to rigorous environments and employing a meticulous handmade winding technique by skilled craftsmen. So yeah. Furthermore, these strings boast exceptional durability, ensuring stable performance over an extended period. So yeah, I have yet to see how long they last, of course, because I've just only just received them. But they feel really good. I like the tension, it's kind of medium, yeah, finally it says, these bass strings cater to the needs of bassists across various genres, ensuring premium playing experience. So, and I think, as you can hear from the video and from the intro track, where I contrast both nickel and steel wound, you can hear, I think, that the steel wound produce a little bit more output. I think they react with the magnets better than the nickel wounds do. But it's, I think it's only a subtle amount of difference there, but in my opinion, I think the steel sounds better. That's really nice. It feels good too. This bass is set up a kind of very standard action. It's about 2 millimeters at the 12th fret. And it's yeah, the strings are nice and responsive. It's staying in tune nicely as well. They didn't take long to settle in whatsoever. So that's a really good feature as well. Like, you know, sometimes you get brand new strings and you put them on and they take a while to settle in. Like, they might take a few days and you have to retune them. I haven't had to retune these at all since I put them on. I think they're I'm not sure, I think they're pre-tempered maybe, so that you can almost instantaneously just use them. So that's a great feature. Some of the other strings that I use are not as good in that respect. So that's a really good selling point, I think, for these strings. So anyway, that'll do it for the strings, and of course the video also serves as a little bit of a demonstration for this bass. And anybody wants to buy this bass, it will come with what I'll do is I'll leave the steel strings on there, and I'll throw in this set of nickels as a spare set. Of course, they had been wound on the bass to make the video, so they'll come like this, but I'll throw them in for free for anybody who wants to buy this very P bass, as linked in the description of the video. Alright, so I think that just about covers it. I'd like to know your opinions in the comments as well, what you think sounds better to you. Yeah, in conclusion, I would agree, high quality sets of strings, and I think the features that I like about these is yeah, you don't have to break these in, they just seem to stay in tune from once you've strung them and you tuned up, they just seem to stay in tune, which is great. Second thing that I like the fact that they have extra support with the string winding at the bottom near the balls of the strings, and I also like the fact that the E string is tapered as well, as it means that you can have more of an even adjustment on your saddles. So sometimes it's having to lower the E string saddle really low, or sometimes we won't go low enough, you know. So those are all good features, and I think that covers everything. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you again in another video soon. Bye for now.